Thousands of dollars worth in cannabis seized in Tobago. Tobagonians suggest several criteria for removing or renaming monuments in Tobago during public consultation. Chief Secretary further explains why he did not support current autonomy bills, and the IDA opens nominations for general elections. Good evening, I am Lavian Cupid. Welcome to the Tobago Updates Television News for Thursday, 12 December 2024. To our top story this evening. Police in Tobago seized cannabis valued at $396,000 and arrested two suspects in a major drug bust on December 11th. Acting on intelligence, officers observed a suspicious activity near Lighthouse Road, Crown Point, where one man retrieved a large black plastic bag from the beach and placed it in a vehicle. The vehicle was intercepted at Bay Street, Canby, where a search revealed 9.9 kilograms of cannabis concealed in 18 packages. Both suspects, aged 34 and from Canby, were detained. The operation involved multiple units and was led by ACP Subero with coordination by senior officers. Investigations are ongoing. Tobagonians had the opportunity to participate in a public consultation at the Scarborough Library on Wednesday to discuss the criteria for removing or renaming statues, monuments, and street names. While some attendees agreed that symbols of the island's colonial past should not dominate the landscape, many emphasized the importance of commemorating Tobagonians' contributions in meaningful and inspiring ways. More in this report from Candice Jackson.
Some members of society believe that statues, monuments, and street names reflecting the country's colonial past should be changed. But how should this be done, and what should replace them? The cabinet-appointed committee tasked with reviewing statues, monuments, and signage in Trinidad and Tobago is answering these questions. Rodney Piggott stressed the need to consider how such relics are presented and glorified at historical sites.
So like those thunderous looking cannons that just seems to be everywhere, that represent what? It represents that which was used to keep their property to themselves. You know, we were their property.
He noted that due to the psychological trauma these relics could evoke in descendants of enslaved people, they should be relocated to museums rather than remaining in public spaces. Meanwhile, Margaret Hinkson suggested an alternative approach. Instead of renaming streets and other landmarks, information about historical figures they were named after should be prominently displayed.
Let us put a plaque that says this about Picton: he was a wicked, evil man. So, you know, we know that Picton is not a man to be hailed, but you recognize that this Picton was seriously in our history.
Antonio Thomas argued that before removing a monument, its structural integrity should be carefully assessed.
So like the burial site and the forts, the history happened there. And you could still see architecture existing from the particular history. I feel like that should be the criteria to not remove it from the spot, depending on how much of the architecture is still intact.
Thomas also suggested that when renaming a monument, building, or street, the new name should reflect its significance to the local community.
We should also consider how the persons in the surrounding identify with the space before we consider removing it. So I guess consultation with them before removing the thing.
Many Tobagonians suggested that individuals who made significant contributions to their communities should be immortalized. Committee Chair Dr. Rita Pemberton agreed, adding that recognition should also extend to those who may not have held prominent leadership roles but made meaningful impacts on society, such as seafarers.
Those men, those people who made the boats and sail them around, carrying, keeping their communities alive. We need to find who they are and give them the recognition that is due.
Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
Last Monday, the Tobago autonomy bills were brought before the committee stage in Parliament. However, the UNC-led opposition rejected the bills. Chief Secretary Farley Augustine has faced criticism for urging that the bills not proceed. However, during yesterday's Tobago Updates morning show, Augustine clarified his position, arguing that the bills would have placed Tobago in a worse position.
Chief Secretary Farley Augustine said Tobagonians have long been advocating for the autonomy bills to be enacted. While many criticized his last-minute decision to propose amendments just before the committee stage of the bills in Parliament, he defended his actions.
Hard copies for every single member of Parliament that detailed what were in the current bills versus what was sent down to Parliament by Mr. Orville London. Versus the things that Tobagonians have consistently said they wanted.
He revealed that in 2021, he had worked with the late Hochoy Charles on the autonomy bills to address some of the concerns they had. He also said the Joint Select Committee was responsible for returning to Tobago for further consultations.
That Joint Select Committee between 2021 and now should have returned to Tobago to talk to rank and file everyday Tobagonians. That never happened.
He shared that the late Hochoy Charles had consistently argued that Act 14 of 1996 should remain in Act if the bills introduced in Parliament were not an improvement. Augustine emphasized that his concerns with the autonomy bills were not directed solely at the PNM, but were shared across the board, including with the UNC.
Loudly clear in saying that it's not just a problem that Tobago is having with the PNM. It's a problem Tobago had with the UNC when they were in charge as well.
He clarified that one of the major issues not addressed in the bills was Tobago's jurisdiction over its marine space. He pointed out that as a result, the island would not have control over critical matters such as the ongoing coral bleaching issues affecting Tobago.
So while in one of the amendments that they carried on the floor yesterday sought to give some definition of the jurisdiction of Tobago, when you look at what we'll be able to actually pass laws over, one of the areas glaringly absent is that of the marine space.
Joshua Dan, Tobago Updates Television News.
We'll take a break and come right back. Please stay with us.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Tobago.
Hey, Monday the 16th, don't come out.
We here to celebrate Tobago. These are part of the Tobago Day celebration.
On Monday, 16 December, all THA offices will be closed as the Assembly is conducting an island-wide cleanup.
We want people to cooperate and really clean up the island. You put your stuff out in front of your home, not by the neighbor's home. We'll come and we'll take it up.
And it's happening on Robinson Day, the 16th of December, 2024.
We truly are a clean people.
Are you ready to move in there?
Everywhere getting clean out.
Fantastic. Well, I will be there.
It's the season of unforgettable, magical moments together. A song that reminds us of how our love blossomed. The warm, comforting smell of Christmas Day that brings us together. That feeling of comfort when our loved ones see the magic happening before their eyes. This Christmas, believe in magic, only at Standard.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are
are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
Unwrap the magic of Christmas and have the best Christmas ever with a Christmas wishes loan from Bethel Credit Union.
Up to $20,000 can be yours, so you can take care of all those Christmas expenses. You could even pay off all your debts and your credit card.
Come on down to where we make wishes come through, because we see you
at BCU.
Visit any of our offices today at 31 Bethlehem Road, Bethel, Tobago, or Mount Mary, Lower Scarborough, Tobago.
You can contact us at 639-8226-660-7358 or 631-1336.
Normal lending criteria apply. Think, plan, save with Bethel Credit Union.
Because we see you at BCU. We see you at BCU. Come on down, get a loan or two, cause we see you this Christmas at BCU.
When the game is on, you don't want to miss the best moments. With Amplia TV, you can enjoy our ultimate sports package and watch your favorite games on the go. Stay connected and informed with sports news, scores, and stats with Amplia's fastest internet speeds. Up to 1 GB fiber internet, you can stream riveting football action, cricket, NBA games, and much more. With Amplia, it's game on. Visit amplia.co.tt or call 800-4663. Amplia. Do more, live more.
Welcome back. After the Tobago Constitutional Reform Bill was rejected in Parliament on Monday, Minority Councillor Petal Daniel Benoit and former Secretary of Infrastructure, Quarries and Urban Development Kwesi Devines strongly criticized the failure. Benoit condemned the opposition for offering no constructive recommendations, labeling them as obstructionist. Reporter Joe Sheldon has more.
During the Minority Report on Tuesday, Minority Councillor Petal Benoit expressed strong emotions after the Tobago Constitutional Amendment Bill was not passed at the committee stage of Parliament. She argued that the opposition failed to offer any recommendations throughout the debate and described the actions of the UNC-led opposition as, quote, obstructionist. End quote.
And the government would have put forward some recommendations, but all the opposition attempted to do was to, I won't even say highlight issues, but be obstructionist. Not one amendment or recommendation for amendment was put forward by the opposition.
She said the failure of the bills was a missed opportunity for Tobago. She continued that the bills were essential for providing Tobago with what it truly needs for real development and progress.
It is hard to see that Tobago could have progressed significantly with what was proposed, and all of that has basically gone to naught.
Former Secretary of Infrastructure, Quarries and Urban Development, Kwesi Devines, argued that consultations with Tobagonians occurred. He shared that after the 2013 elections, the late Hatchard Charles approached former Chief Secretary Orville London to establish the Political Leaders Forum. Devines spoke about the consultations held at Signal Hill and mentioned that he was present at the final meeting, which took place at the Lowlands Multipurpose Facility. He asserted that Tobago's position on the autonomy bills has always been,
including should we have a direct election for Chief Secretary. The hundreds of Tobagonians who were in Lowlands multipurpose facilities said no, we do not want that. The question came up about a federal state. The hundreds of Tobagonians who were there said no, we do not want that. And there were a couple other things that people brought up, and it was
He argued that Tobago already has self-determination, highlighting the democratic freedoms of the people to elect their representatives. He pointed out that Tobago already has an established executive and emphasized that the island truly needs autonomy. He noted that the Tobago autonomy bills were intended to increase the legislature's power.
And currently in the Tobago House of Assembly, we cannot make laws. So in a true sense, your elected representatives in Tobago are not legislators in the true sense because we do not make laws in Tobago currently.
Joshel Dan, Tobago Updates, Television News.
People's National Movement Tobago Council has strongly condemned Chief Secretary Farley Augustine's recent remarks, labeling them as a wanton and callous disrespect toward Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley. Augustine called Dr. Rowley a house slave for not facilitating the changes in the Tobago self-governance bills that he and other Tobagonians suggested. However, the PNM credited Dr. Rowley's leadership for advancing Tobago's autonomy bills, which faced a setback during a recent parliamentary session. They accused the Chief Secretary of reportedly aligning with the UNC to reject the bills, citing insufficient consultations, a move the PNM described as deceptive. Dr. Rowley defended the years of work invested in the autonomy bills, prompting what the PNM calls an unprovoked racial attack by Augustine. The PNM demands the Chief Secretary take full responsibility, urging him to set a better example for Tobago's youth and uphold the island's core values of respect and dignity for leaders and elders. The Innovative Democratic Alliance, IDA, has opened nominations for prospective candidates to contest the Tobago East and West seats in the upcoming 2025 general elections. At a press conference on Wednesday, the party announced that its nomination and screening process will remain open until mid-January 2025. They are inviting anyone interested in representing the party to get in touch. 2 weeks ago, the IDA revealed its intention to contest the Tobago seats, citing dissatisfaction with how the PNM and TPP have handled the Tobago self-government bills. The party believes that Tobago can achieve the autonomy it seeks under its leadership. You're watching the Tobago Updates Television News. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. More news after this.
Want to get better? Where to start? What kind of exercise to do? What to eat? How to get restful sleep? Need a doctor to search for root cause? Look no further. Come to Majuba Hill Lifestyle Center Foundation at our Wellness Center in Goodwood, or Food Hub in Darrow Springs, Scarborough, or Doctor's Office in Goodwood and Darrow Spring. Contact 49SWIFT 4979438.
Are you thinking about spending Christmas in Tobago? Well, call us at Thorns Place. We are located at the hills of Scarborough, 5 minutes away from the port, with rooms starting at 200 TT. Call us now at 745-7306 or 682-8676. Follow us on Facebook. Check us out on Instagram. Message us on WhatsApp at Thorns Place. Your Christmas in Tobago will be even more special.
Please be advised that the date and venue for the Tobago Day Thanksgiving service have been changed to Thursday, December 19th at the Shaw Park Complex. Start time 9 a.m. Come give thanks with us as we continue our Tobago Day celebration.
drop down there with a lot of pretty girls down there, down in Tobago.
Thanks for staying with us. The entire island of Tobago experienced a power outage late last night following a fault at the Scarborough substation. The Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission reported that the blackout occurred at 10:21 p.m. due to a bus bar fault at the substation shortly after maintenance work on a power transformer was completed. The incident triggered a chain reaction leading to a loss of generation at the Cove Power Station and plunging the island into darkness. TNTech said restoration efforts began promptly, with electricity being fully restored to all customers by 12:45 a.m. The Commission apologized for the inconvenience caused and reassured customers of its commitment to reliability. Caribbean Airlines has reached an agreement with the Trinidad and Tobago Airline Pilots Association, resolving wage negotiations for the 2015 to 2020 period. According to CAL, the agreement highlights the airline's commitment to collaboration and progress with its employees. Caribbean Airlines thanked the TALPA and all other stakeholders for their patience, professionalism, and support during the process. The airline reiterates that its operations remain unaffected as it continues to focus on delivering exceptional service and strengthening its role in the sustainable growth of the Caribbean region. A delegation from Tobago attended the Caribbean Coastal Conference, which was held in Kingston, Jamaica from December 9th to 11, 2024. Assistant Secretary Nigel Tate led the four-member team, which included Marine Park Manager Barry Lovelace, Advisor Carl Hector, and Senior Trawler Captain Kurt McPherson. Howard Robin from the Coastal Zone Management Unit also represented Tobago. Hosted by the Caribbean Development Bank and the World Bank Group, the conference addressed coastal challenges like sargassum influx and coral bleaching, which threatened regional livelihoods. Experts shared solutions for sustainable tourism, marine conservation, and climate resilience. The Division of Food Security, Natural Resources, the Environment, and Sustainable Development stated this engagement highlights Tobago's dedication to protecting marine resources and advancing the blue economy. They believe the delegation's insights will bolster efforts to safeguard coastal areas and support Tobago's maritime communities. The weather report is next.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes for breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
With Flow Business's new smart solutions, powered by super fast, reliable broadband, you'll feel like there are more versions of you working for you. From website design, development, and digital marketing to promote your business, 24/7 business class support to cloud solutions, security, and more. Multiply your growth today.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
Welcome back. Now for the weather update from the Trinidad and Tobago Met Office. Tonight, generally fair and cool with the odd shower developing in some areas. Tonight's temperatures are expected to be at 25 degrees Celsius. For tomorrow, you can expect predominantly sunny and slightly hazy conditions, despite the likelihood of a few brief passing showers. Nighttime will be partly cloudy with a few showers mainly after midnight. Daytime temperatures will rise to 31 degrees Celsius with a heat index of 34 degrees. Seas slight to moderate with waves up to 1.5 meters in open waters and below 1 meter in sheltered areas. Sunrise is at 6:13 and sunset at 5:41. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Here's a recap of the headlines before we go. Thousands of dollars worth in cannabis seized in Tobago. Tobagonians suggest several criteria for removing and or renaming monuments in Tobago during public consultation. Chief Secretary further explains why he did not support current autonomy bills, and the IDA opens nominations for general elections. I am Lavion Cupid. Thank you so much for joining us and have a great night.